tremendous asset to be able to fly in here from Atlanta to Dallas every day. So the Tito's crew will be here. They'll be at Two Brothers and around town. That's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see them. We've got the mayor and the head king, Jake Mangum, joining us. Tampa Bay Rays, hell of a year in Major League Baseball, and we're also glad to see number 15 get called up, take advantage, and have a hell of a year. We also love the fact that he spends his off season in Starkville, and he's at the football games and basketball games, and there's not a better ambassador for Starkville and Mississippi State. Jake, let's continue our discussion on MLB. Do you like day games or night games better?
I like day games better because it's when you have day games, you're able to choose where you want to eat dinner, have a night to yourself. It's when you play all these night games in a row, and we play later in Tampa because to avoid the rain since we were outside this year in Tampa. When you play at 7:30 at night, you get there at 1:30, and you're not leaving until 11 o'clock at night. Right. So it's quick turnarounds. The day games, it's early mornings, but you're out of there about 3 or 4 o'clock, and you kind of get the night.
Get to go get a steak.
Yeah.
A little more recovery.
I'll tell you what, we eat great. Our team chefs are phenomenal, and they feed us really, really well.
And so you mentioned earlier, y'all go from the Yankees park, which is right across from Raymond James, right?
Yeah, we played across the street from Raymond James in Tampa. Next year we'll be back in the normal Rays ballpark in St. Petersburg, Tropicana.
Okay.
It was cool though, man. My dad's last football game was at Raymond James, and my first MLB game was across the street at George M. Steinbrenner Field.
I've been there for one of our Outback Bowls, and that's a cool spot there.
That's where they're rumoring to have our new stadium built in 2029. We got 3 years in the Trop, and our new ownership is they're saying 2029 is the date we're gonna have a new stadium.
Okay.
So 3 years left in the Trop, and we'll go back there. They renovated it and fixed the roof after the hurricane tore it up. So we'll be back in our normal ballpark.
Jake Mangum on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line, and Jake will be here November 7th for the Farm Bureau Diamond Dog Classic.
Yep.
Which is going to be unbelievable. A lot of his teammates and colleagues, and I mean that alumni base of star power, guys that are still playing Major League Baseball, like Jake and Adam Frazier, and guys that played Major League Baseball. There's
a ton of MLB guys, ton of professional baseball guys, a ton of great Mississippi State Bulldogs. It'll be a fun event. Just come back and hang out, and just kind of reminisce on some old days and talk about what's to come.
I mean, it's going to be you, Adam Frazier.
There's a lot of names. Ethan Small, Hunter Stovall, Jet Butler. Get to be Jet Butler's teammate. He drafted me with the Mets, so that'll be cool.
Jet Butler did?
Yeah, he's the scout that drafted me with the Mets. Former Bulldog.
That's cool.
Yeah, and Will Clark, Rafael Palmeiro will be coaching the two teams. It'll be a cool, fun event.
Yeah. Jake Mangum on the Out of Bounds Show. Again, November 7th, Farm Bureau Diamond Dog Classic. You can go to hailstate.com, hit the baseball tab. I think there are going to be 15,000 people there. And,
y'all come on out and help fill up the dude for a bunch of guys that miss playing here. It'll be the day before the Georgia game, so it'll be a really cool weekend. November 7th, and then November 8th, we got the Georgia Bulldogs coming to town.
Are you going to play?
Yeah, we're going to be out there running around.
Have you played on the field since you?
I haven't. This is the first time I've played out there since the Stanford Super Regional. Which was still just such a fun weekend. That was so cool.
When you got a hit on your last at bat.
And then Mangum came in and took the homer.
Good grief.
Yeah, super cool, man. That was a fun weekend. I'll never forget.
Mac's coming in town.
Yes, Mangum's coming, and we got a big crew of former players coming. It's going to be a really good reunion.
The star power on the field November 7th is going to be insane. You got to speak to the Mississippi State baseball team.
Yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Had you already met Brian O'Connor, or?
I met Coach Oak 2 days ago, and he asked me to speak to the team yesterday. I was like, sure, and went out there and said a few things, and excited to see this year's ball club.
Yeah.
They got a lot of talent. They're working hard. I think Coach O'Connor's just a superstar.
Agreed.
Can't wait to see what he does, and the recruits he continues to get every day is just like those really, really big guys. Love where the program's at, and really excited to see what they can do.
All right, so Tony Vitello is making the jump. Tennessee's former coach is now with the San Francisco Giants. This is the first time this has ever happened. As someone who's done it all at a high level, I mean, you played in the SEC, you were unbelievable. You were unbelievable in minor league baseball, and now you had a great year in MLB with Tampa Bay. What do you think about that jump?
Man, I don't know. I had years of minor league experience to kind of prepare myself for the MLB jump, but Vitello's done a great job at Tennessee. Baseball, it's the same game. It's baseball is baseball, but it's. I'll be interested to see how that goes. I don't know him too well, but I definitely respect what he did at Tennessee.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. If we play the Giants, I hope to beat them every game, and hope the Rays can be playing October baseball next year.
Yeah, I agree. Jake Mangum on the show. All right, so what was, I guess a few weeks ago, you and your family got to go to a Chicago Bears game.
Yeah.
And your dad played for 9 seasons for the Bears.
Yeah, we happened to have an off day in Chicago, which is, it's rare to have an off day, and then even more rare to have an off day with a Monday night football game that happens to be the alumni game for the Bears. So my dad's years at the Bears were introduced on the field, so I got to see my dad go out on Soldier Field again. And I was a baby when he played, so I don't really remember it. So really cool to see my dad get honored with a lot of great Chicago Bears. Just the fact that we were able to be there and spend six days in Chicago playing the White Sox for 3 games, Cubs for 3 games.
Okay, that's cool.
That was a really special week. I know John Gaddings, my former high school teammate, and a student here at Mississippi State's listening to the show. John and his dad and brother flew up to Chicago and came to see us too. So, John, we love you, buddy, and I appreciate you coming to Chicago that week to come watch the Rays play some baseball.
Yeah, he was texting me just a minute ago. I didn't know he got to go up there. That's so cool. All right, I'd asked you a little bit of this in the last segment, but Wrigley, I grew up, I'm way older than you, but I grew up, that's what we could get. It was WGN and TBS, so we got to watch the Cubs and the Braves, and I was obsessed as a kid watching those games every day. What is it like to play a day game, night game? What's it like to play in Wrigley?
We played day games at Wrigley, so
Okay.
and that's kind of the history of Wrigley. They played mostly day games. It was special, man. The ivy outfield wall.
That gives me chills.
Yes, it really is cool. It kind of stinks as an outfielder because you can't go crashing into the wall, but it's a special place, man. Fenway, Wrigley. I like nostalgia of baseball stadium
Yes.
over new baseball stadium. So
Camden even.
yeah, Camden.
I mean, I know it's only since 1992, but I love that, the way they built that park. But back to Wrigley.
It's great, man. All of them cool. There's not a stadium you play in that's not cool. It's everything I ever wanted and more, man. The big leagues is a special place, and I did my best.
Well, you had a hell of a year. So when you get called up and you're on fire, and then you get hurt.
I had a great April, got hurt in May, had a solid June, and then my July was pretty bad. I had a bad July, but my defense really picked up in July too. I really stepped up offensively. When you're struggling at the plate, you just want to help the team win any way you can. So I was trying to do all I could. Came back around in August, had a good August, and had a really, really good September to finish it out. There's things I got to get better at. It's the same game, but there's things that you learn in the big leagues that you didn't really understand until you get there.
Give me an example.
Defensively, I got to be a little bit quicker getting the ball, and we really worked on that, and it got better throughout the year. You kind of throw some fundamentals out in order to just speed up. The game's faster, so there's things you have to do faster. Defense and base running is all about effort, but at the plate, it's about giving less effort. Because whenever you're trying to be perfect at the plate, you give a ton of effort, you kind of tense up a little bit. It's just about relaxing at the plate. letting the game come to you. And I think that's why I turned it around after July, after a bad month in July, slowing the game back down at the plate in August and September. So there's just, I'm a high effort guy. I'm not talented enough not to be. But at the plate, I realized that I have to slow the game down and let it come to me a little bit. But defensively and on the base pass, it's the easiest way because you can give max effort.
Right.
And help the team. But at the plate, you gotta slow the game down and let it come to you.
Dude, you were unbelievable in the field this year.
Had a good defensive year, but there's things I can also get better at. You're never a finished product in baseball. I had a lot of veterans on the team this year, like Yanni Diaz, Brandon Lau, both of which have had great careers, and they're still learning things. So it's never going to stop learning. So I'm excited for an off season with a year of big league experience under my belt, so I can go work on things and get ready for next year and have a better year hopefully.
How many, so what is it average per week? 4 or 5 days workout? How does that look?
Early in the year, it's 3 to 4, and then later in the season, it kind of turns into 2. But you're in the weight room every day, but like weight training kind of gets less and less throughout the year because your body, man,
Just trying to maintain.
You're just trying to maintain in August, September, but your body, man, it takes a beating. And it's not like the big things, it's like the little things. Like you'll have a little tweak somewhere, and then you play that night and you compensate for it. So you run a little different, then you hurt something else. It's just the little things that add up because you're playing every single freaking day. So it's just learning how to take care of your body, learning how to be ready every day. And like I said, a lot of things I learned this year, a lot of things I got to go back to the drawing board and work on and tighten up. Love where I'm at right now, but like I said, just there's things I got to get better at, and definitely going to do that this offseason.
Jake Mangum on the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Jackson just said he's being too humble in my ear, and that's why I laughed there. All right, so as far as the food and the steaks and all that, I mean, is it unbelievable the spreads that are laid out pregame, postgame?
Yeah, our 2 chefs, E and Paul, they did a tremendous job. They want to come to a tailgate and everything to start.
Bring them in.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Man, they feed us good, man. We get a meal when we get to the yard at about 1 or 2 o'clock. Then we get a pregame meal and a postgame meal. All 3 of which are always good. So we get fed 3 times a day.
Yeah.
We're eating good. But it's, like I said, it's every single day.
Yeah. All right, so what was it like when your mom and dad went down there when you got caught up?
I got caught up on my parents' wedding anniversary, so that was special. I got sent to AAA again this year, and a lot of people say, well, Jake was a full year in the bigs. Not really. It counts as a full year because there's like a 10-day buffer. If you're in the minors for 10 or less days, and the big leagues the rest, it counts for 1.0 years of service time. So I got 1.0 years of service time. But opening day, I'm in AAA with the team in Norfolk. A good friend of mine gets hurt, stinks, but it allowed me to have an opportunity in the big leagues. So yeah, an hour before first pitch, opening day back in Durham, I get called up. So I missed the first day and got called up for the second day and spent the rest of the year in the big leagues. Special day though. My whole parents' wedding anniversary, got the call.
They jumped in the car?
They jumped in the car, drove through the night. And got
John and Stacy heading down there, and they get to see you play for the Tampa Bay Rays. When you saw the uniform laid out when you got there?
Oh man, took a picture of it immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It was it's the coolest feeling in the world, man, because you just, and you know, the big thing I always
It's what all of us want to do.
The big thing I always wondered is like if I get the chance to go to the big leagues, is it going to be like I told you so, proven wrong or proven right? And what I really noticed is when you get the call, you get to that locker room, and the only thing I could think about was like all the people helping you there. Like you think about Pee Wee coaches, you think about middle school, high school. Like I literally just backtracking my whole life of all the people that believed in me, and just also like a lot of hard conversations over the years. I mean, 29-year-old rookie, man. Took me a while, but you know, put together some good years. a lot of people to thank for that. I had a lot of coaches in the minor leagues, a lot of college coaches. Chuck Fox, my high school coach.
Super guy.
Just a lot of special people, and most importantly, Dad. I would have played college baseball without my dad, but just a lot of people that have been in my corner over the years. A lot of support. Mississippi State fans have been so loving to me. And the coolest thing about this year, I've been telling everybody this, and my coaches kind of gave me crap about it just because they laughed about it, just messing around. There wasn't a city I played in this year where there wasn't a maroon M/S or state script or Mississippi State banner that wasn't in the stands.
It's incredible.
I mean, Los Angeles Angels, a mother and daughter wearing Mississippi State stuff. She said my daughter moved to LA, so I wanted to come out and see her, and I made sure that you were playing out here.
Nice.
Like I'm serious. Every single city I played in, there was a maroon somewhere in the stands, and that really, really meant a lot to me. So everyone that I was able to talk to this year in all these different cities I played in that came and supported, I just want to say thank you. Taking the field at big league stadiums and seeing a little piece of home was really special. It meant a lot to me.
All right, so when you jumped on the show, when they called you up and you were kind enough to join us that week, and you sent me a picture of your cowbell shirt,
Yeah.
and I ordered one, and I sent it back to you, and then I ordered a Tampa Bay Rays hat. I mean, that's how I don't know if I've ever ordered anything MLB. No, I didn't get a name.
Yeah, I didn't know cowbells were a thing with Tampa Bay. So I'm taking the field in my debut, and then they do the whole, I gotta have more cowbell. And I turn around, I'm like, are they messing with me right now? Like, is this like a rookie prank? And then there's this whole video.
That is so funny.
Bring your cowbells, and then all these fans start bringing their navy and baby blue cowbells, and I'm like, this is a thing? Like, I had no idea, and it's really cool, man. The Tampa Bay Rays ring cowbells, and for me to take the field my debut and hear cowbells ringing, have some Mississippi State fans in the stands, that really
That is so cool.
It really slowed the game down for me. It just kind of reminded me that you've been in these type situations and you can do it.
Right. Yeah, so you sent me the picture of the shirt the first day you were there, second.
Yeah, it's my favorite shirt.
I love it.
Tampa Bay Rays, more cowbell shirt. Love it. My favorite shirt.
And I wear it, all the time, and then I had to get a Rays hat, and then I stole, it was supposed to be my daughter's more cowbell shirt, the one that you showed me that I ordered, and I just couldn't give it to her. I had to keep it, I'll have to wear her another one, because I enjoyed wearing it out on the boat, so. It's funny you say that there were Mississippi State people in every stadium, because the pictures that were posted the last 4 months of you and people, it's unbelievable. Was it, I know you're used to this, but was it wild how many people would be in a park and say, hey, can we get a picture? And you're in Seattle or Chicago or Boston or LA, like you mentioned?
Man, I expected, some Mississippi State fans to make, a trip, every now and again, Steve. I wasn't expecting every single city. Every single stadium, there was always someone in maroon. Easiest spot too, because, maroon kind of stands out in navy and baby blue and, whatever colors you're playing against. But you can count on it, man. Every single ballpark, there was someone in maroon, someone in M/S, someone in an M-State banner, you name it.
All right, let's switch gears. Jake Mangum, the hit king, the mayor, on the Outbound Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Levy's got this team playing better. They've already doubled their win total from last. You love football. The reason why I'm bringing it up, you love all sports, and you gung ho both our men's and women's sports. I mean, you were out there with soccer and everything else.
Yeah, look, our women's soccer team earned our support. Last year, making it to postseason, hosting it here in Starkville, that means a lot to the city when teams can host postseason sports because it brings so much to the city. Women's soccer earned every right of our support, and they continue to do that. Love what they're doing. They've already had some big wins this year.
They have.
Women's basketball, we've been so good at that for so long. What Jans is doing, men's basketball is so exciting. Love going to the hump. It's been
so much fun.
It's so much fun. It'll be cold and go indoors and watch a 2-hour game. Really talented teams. And watching James is free. It's entertaining.
That's free entertainment.
It is, man. Going to a game, you're going to watch basketball, but then you're like, wait a minute. I can watch James coach. And this is awesome.
You thought Cohen was a madman as a baseball coach, and then Chris Jans is like, hold my beer.
Yeah, but look,
and you know that.
and what Coach Lovey's doing right now, I'm fired up. I went to the game in Gainesville. I know that was a tough one to swallow, but man, you got to be excited about what Lovey's doing.
Sure.
You can see vast improvements across the board. I'm really excited about the game tomorrow. It'll be my first home game to go to this year. But I'm all in on Lovey, man. I'm all in on him. Full support. I hope he loves it here because he's going to have success, and you know I don't want to see him leave.
No. Well, they got it rolling. They got a chance to win tomorrow. That Arizona State.
Yeah, that was.
I know you were playing.
Our game finished up. I got to watch the end of it.
Oh, good.
I was screaming in the locker room. That was.
Well, your teammates are like, what's Jake doing?
Yeah.
He just beat the number 12 team in the country with a walk-off.
Look, man, we are 2 or 3 plays away from being 6-1 right now, a top 10 team in the country. It's really close from that. And if you would have told me that preseason, I would have signed up for that. I mean, no doubt.
I agree.
You know, hopefully we can finish this year out strong. But like I said, man, love what Lovey's building here, and can't wait to see his teams just continue to get better and better.
I got 1 minute. Jackson just asked me to ask you who was the nastiest pitcher you faced as a Tampa Bay Ray this year. I'm sure there's like 40, but if you think of one.
There's so many times you see a pitch come in and you step out and you just go,
what happened?
I don't know what the name of that pitch is. I just know that I don't understand how it moved that way,
Right.
at that velocity. It's tough, but the most. That's a tough question, man. Garrett Crochet.
Boom.
Garrett Crochet.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
All right.
Garrett Crochet is the best pitcher I faced this year.
Jake Mangum on the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 1059 The Zone, brought to you by Visit Starkville and Farm Bureau Insurance. I appreciate it, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll do it again a couple of times before you go back down to South Florida. Have a great weekend. Thanks to Visit Starkville and starkville.org for hosting us once again. If you missed any of the show, it's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Search Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. Have a heck of a weekend, and as Paige Hunt said, hail Starkville.